Blessed evening, people. They are back finally. I hold them again. It's supposed to be like yesterday I do this. But yesterday and Sunday evening, that's when I even really feel 100%. I'm say I'm not forgot. The lady still tomorrow. So further delay. Don't know anything go. That's the way. So Babs, I don't know if you know about that story, but I think you're supposed to know because I kind of outside in the world. Yeah. So that young missing, former Miss Universe contestant, Tyra Spaulding. So she, apparently them find her unalive in her apartment. And this year, after, basically, she had left some cryptic message on her social media. So it's like in her video, post a video herself, right? Social media. And like she openly admit her struggles and the thoughts will come to her mind in the video. And I look on her in the video. I am wild and everything. Young Miss Sharon, 26, sorry. 26-year-old. As it's a former Miss Universe. And to be a Miss Universe contestant now. If you don't have everything, you have some things put together in terms of the direction where you want your life to go in, right? Or we'd assume. But when I say that young Miss I do, when I say she do, and when I say she talk about, when I say I speak about, enough young people I go through the same thing. And some of them find escapism through substance abuse and through other forms of abuse, right? And it's just an escape because I just something for ease whatever pain they might go through, like for now, for a short period of time. So you see sometimes some people, like, them really and truly end up as alcoholic, them a crackhead, cokehead, and them other hard drugs that them have out now, Molly, Percocets, you name it. So you find people like them addicted to them something because them depressed. Depression are a hell of a thing, and they must seek escape route out of them depression. And the worst out of the lot, when all of them all of the above don't work, them unalive themselves. How it goes out to this youngness, right? And you see our culture too. Our culture is a culture that them a conversation and them hush. Them hold on them conversation here. Them put a stigma to it. To them kind of conversation here because it's just, and it's not just, let me say our culture, I mean like Jamaican culture, but black people in general. Black people in general don't really talk about them feelings. They don't talk about them feelings and don't talk about what affect them. Probably have to go do some more research to see where this come from. But it's a black culture thing. Uh, a white person would feel more comfortable talking about them feelings, going to a psychiatrist, seek help, um, with them struggles, them depression, what them I feel. A white person would feel more comfortable doing that, not a black person. And our music, our music used to be an escape route and a good escape route too, because our music had messages, right? And when I say the music now have messages now to this day, right? Now I say that because I still can't find messages within the music, good messages too. The problem is they are too far and few in between. And you have the music space now overly saturated with the kind of wrong kind of escapism, the same thing I'm just talked about earlier in terms of alcoholism, smoking, with a cigarette or a weed, and them terrible hard drugs that them have out now. And it's sad. It's sad. Because you see our culture and our music really and truly it's supposed to play a better role. Our music did a reflect the raw truth on society. Pain, struggle, survival. And that was therapy for real for some people. But too much of our music right now push violence and hopelessness. Less our music try to encourage nobody to be strong through whatever struggles they might go through. Mental health. Me know enough people like really and truly them a struggle with it and this world unforgiving, especially this society we live in Jamaica. Because me can't speak from Jamaica. Live in Jamaica all my life, right? And if you're in the middle class in a Jamaica, if you truly want to achieve certain things in terms of you being successful and you will get certain assets, right? It's a struggle. It is a struggle. Now, if you come from a better background, if your parents did do the right or do them due diligence and did successful in them time and then pass on that success and that wealth and that experience and knowledge onto you as a child, right now you'd a good, you'd a solid, you wouldn't experience what me I talk about. Because me tell you well a few of the stuff them were a plague Jamaica and young people. So you have a thing called home ownership. And the way how home ownership set up right now and the market in terms of getting a house or if you rather get one piece of land and build said house, it is way expensive. Way expensive. Not saying people can't afford it because a lot of people can't afford it. But we have a situation where we have a lot of people literally are build designer homes and not enough like simple home where people normally, well, NHT would have normally bill. And I can go in all details as to why that happened to, but go stay up on the surface a little bit. So you have some people you know where build certain homes in Jamaica, designer homes, and very expensive, and them not sell in our currency. And the mediums to which you would have access to that home, you wouldn't really have the capital to secure that home, right? And the loan where you'd have access to more likely wouldn't cover the purchasing of that home. So you're kind of stuck. And where you're stuck at pay rent. And that if, you know, living in your parents' house, like from your start work. That if some people, them not have the luxury of that. You have some people, as them reach 18 and have start work, maybe even before 18 and have start work. You have some people where them grow, them don't know them mother and them father. So them never get the luxury of having them father or them mother struggle for them and do certain things to them until them reach them come of age now where them set them through high school, set them through college, and them can end up get a good paying job if they can basically take care of themselves. And everybody did have the luxury of that. That in itself make enough people depressed. That in itself. So this a young miss now. I mean, she never give a whole heap of details as to why she unalive herself, but we have to treat it as serious. We have to treat it as serious. And given that she are just 26 and it's like, and no tree never there grow in her face. Jamaica people that's her. And she do that. Something serious. Remember me tell her. Something serious. And in a me searches for look up and find out what happened with this young miss. I stumble upon some entities were set up in Jamaica where enough people who have them kind of thoughts, suicidal thoughts, they can reach out and get help. Can reach out, rather WhatsApp, text message, talk to somebody or a counselor. It name You Matter. Some book up on You Matter. The number 876-838-4897. Me never know say Jamaica did have this. Me not even didn't know say Jamaica did have something like this. But like I said, you see, we as a people, we don't really, we not talk about them something here. We not talk about mental health. It's like it is frowned upon, laughed at too. Laughed at. Oh, she mad or oh, him mad. He. It's like a laughing matter. That's how we treat mental health. And more and more, may I see young people I lose them sanity and I walk the street. Yeah, some people I say, oh, Wobia, me man, him mad. Or she mad. Wobia her, him or she, and she mad, mad. Boy, may I tell you. You see, our ancestors before us, some of them really and truly set way up for fail. And set way up for fail miserably and horribly because of poor choices. What they're making in this country with people who them elect for lead with, people who them elect for basically be our spokesperson and make the decisions where are going to affect we decades into the future. And we use feelings for decide that. You see, anytime you use feelings to decide a certain matter, and I use logic, a lot of the times we end up screwed over it, especially in a business. When you have a business, if you separate feelings and go with logic, because your feelings will allow you to see a sore foot, and your feelings are going to tell you, say, you can doctor it and you can fix it. Your feelings now going to tell you, say, you need to cut off that sore foot, or else it will go poison the whole body. Because that logic I go tell you. Logic I go tell us if you do that, cut off a sore foot. Don't try to save it. If you find the problem now, cut it off before it spread further. Logic I go tell you for that. But anyway, and another thing too, like in this country, the young miss unalive herself and he get talked about for 1 day, I think. And I think they go over 2 days. 1 day. And forget about it again. I'm gonna see a whole heap of story like this where people them lose them life in some tragic way, and because it's not a popular person, or because it's not a person where I could put it this way, on a Vibes Cartel or on a Rosalie. So it's not no big outrage or any outrage of that matter, a fake outrage. Because Massacre drop one preview and people start cuss again, people up in arms because people are saying, boy, him not the goat. Him can't be the goat for dancer because I'm done. I put that on Cartel. So people up in arms again about it. So story like this, any story like this get sweep under the rug because we're more concerned with entertainment and entertainers. Unfortunately. Very concerned, too overly concerned for my liking with entertainment and entertainers. And matters like this, matters like the election we're going on with the year, it's exciting for a little time, and then after that it's back to business as usual. Back to business as usual. Sad, sad, sad. But that's why I create that channel. So me and a few others, and not just me alone, and thank God for the few others, where I go talk about this even long after the matter go on. Them I go talk about it after everybody with them fake outrage talk about it for the 1 day and get them 1,000 or 2,000 views. Talk about it afterwards. I think Mr. 2 lakhs talk about it. And I'm also talk about Rosalie's situation. Because Rosalie, me know for sure I suffer from some depression too, Most of she suffer from some form of depression. But the audience them and the people them with upon his social media will support enough of them people are wicked people and wicked people and sad to say about a wicked people and we need for the better. This is why I'm tell you so and if anybody who I listen this after I play back and big up on yourself, this is why I say certain artists me can't listen to them. Can't listen to them music because the music's supposed to uplift me. Whether I may have a good day or a bad day, music's supposed to uplift me in a certain way. Certain music I just don't want to listen to. I like the idea of Chronic Law. I mean, big up to him and him supporter them and him fan base, but I am not a Chronic Law fan. Music depressing for me. Like enough of them other youth here. When I say I sing about badness and them through me, the Jamal, them, the Craft, the Ray, the Valiant, the Silk Pass, like you name it. We see them have them video, and every time them have them video, almost every time you see a bagger man in there a pose up with gun and them have rum cup and them a drink and smoke and it look cool. But not for me. All of that style like it boring and repetitive and it a put a image in a them youth head. It a put a image in a them head and them can't shake it. And that image is this is cool. This is what you're supposed to do. Be like me. And trust me, you know and be like them at Umbre. Because no for the things where them at Umbre do, if you make them money, you wouldn't want to do it. You wouldn't want to do it, trust me. So that's why you know for ready a man for when you see a man have them things. I mean wish him well. Though already a man when they have them things because really and truly you don't even know if a man backside burst feet. You don't know if a man backside burst for drive Benz or Beamer. So when you see them with them things, you're not ready. I be grateful for what you have, work for what you want. If it is you feel like say you need to upgrade on anything where you want to do, you work for that. You envying somebody, now go get any closer to what them have. By the sweat of your brow. By the sweat of your brow, you shall eat bread. Yeah? By the sweat of your brow. So that's my opening monologue. Might go back and forth with some things when I see in the music. But I don't really want to touch upon the music because I don't really see anything of like noteworthy where I happening at the music. The only thing where me I go do and this I gonna be one video really because the topic here interesting and that would be artist of the year thus far. Right, we in September, you know, we're going to October, and me I go create like some criteria where would we can judge them on something tangible, but we know so we can say yes, this, that, and that, this something tangible, and use it like a scoreboard for judge the people them who basically name would I get called tonight because everybody who me say uh talk about this artist of the year conversation at the time when I see it come up, everybody I rep them artists. And we can't stop nobody from rep them artists, really and truly. However, them saying them artists are X don't make them artists that. Really and truly, them conversation should be judged by people who are neutral, because people who have them artists and them favorite, them not gonna be unbiased and them not gonna be objective. Them not gonna be that. And over the past like our month since we last do a live, I think it's a month, or if it's not a month, it's close to a month. Me get a whole heap of interesting like reply and comments on like video when I do like way back. Like people are catch up because I know the YouTube thing go. All for 1 year ago, 10 year ago, one video get released. Somebody just buck up on it now and them decide for watch it. So them I watch it and who fi comment, and then you have some people that say, boy, me fi left them artists alone. And yeah, exactly. But I good them I watch. Because I'm a whole heap of people and a whole heap of comments. And I did answer them. And me not disrespect nobody, even though some of them want to disrespect me, me not disrespect us. I'm respond to them in the most intelligent way possible. Everybody who put them comments, because me did ask for comments, right? Well, ask for comments and them comment, and I never say, boy, it need to be a good comment or don't comment. So what you think? Because not because you don't think how I think means you shouldn't have a say. You go say what you say, and me I go say what me I go say. We can't agree for disagree. I always say it. Only intelligent conversations we go have and we go discuss. Right? Only that we go do. I go try get back to my regular scheduling. I think more want do live like a few times for the week, but it depends on what happen, because I know I mix up and so on and so forth would I get a whole heap of traction, but I don't want that crowd. If you get what I mean. I don't want a crowd where it's like I just mix up and then you reach a point where there's like me have to build something other mix up to bring in people. In other words, me have to lie in a like me title and so on and so forth for get people to come in, come hear what me I say. I'm not depend on that. Because if I could have do that long time. Could have sensationalize my topic them and come up on this live and talk about a nonsense and tell a whole heap of lie to and pretend like enough of them people are out on YouTube for it. Because enough people really them not really see my face. So I can't do that. Them not know who them I talk to. Rambo Kanambo and not it not depend my birth certificate. Right? So I could have do that too. But that is not what they're about. We're not come about that. And that's the mission statement for this channel. And we have come a long way, but we still have many more rivers to cross. Because I know that channel I go upset a whole heap of people, even though it upset a whole heap of people already. Because like I tell them, say in them video there, some people are like what I say about them artists and them did a cuss. However, now I'm gonna stop it from so right? So I go continue. We'll continue the journey just a start. and me have to go catch back look traction, you know, because like me say, 1 month is a long time in a YouTube, and me have to go catch back my audience. Because enough of the few people them who did a joining and thing, you don't know, and probably find somebody interesting for watch CMA too. Because it is what it is. If you're not stream or if you're not, people are gonna find somebody else to talk to, right? And plus, like I say, people like entertainment, so the sensationalized people them out there will do sensational stuff and tell lie to them. I go grab them attention. Plus, like I said, the topic you may talk about too, them not really talk about stuff like this. And a lot of people don't really want to hear about stuff like this. Because I see them escapism there. The people that look. Some people really and truly have got through where the young Missy I got through. And I think like, what should they think? And they don't want to be reminded of it. They don't want to get reminded of it. So them rather not listen. And I night know. So some people really probably and truly don't want to listen because they might end up, it might end up be a case of them start of all 9 years later. Because what heap of traumatic experiences when them having in them life while them grow. Yeah, Babs, may I continue? Me not go change no course. You understand? May I continue because like me say, that channel I got it got somewhat unique. It got somewhat unique, right? We talk about dancehall, but we're gonna talk about stuff like this too. Just like how we talk about NEPA and them inability to do them job where they are with the fish kill we go on. Just like I'm talk about that. Just like how in my first live when I talk about the St. Andrew businessman. And like me said them time them months back and fast forward now we in a end of September go to October, we not hear nothing more about a case there. We not hear nothing more. And the lady get trampled upon by a big grown ass Ross man and really and truly embarrassed, and we not hear nothing more. We not hear nothing more. We don't know with it here's the charges I get pressed against him. Me lucky if you like buck up on a news like chart or anything was say boy them a give a update on this. Say them supposed to appear in a court XYZ time. Like them backbench this like already that steel news. Steel news. And that the woman there different kind of trauma than what that the young miss did a face, but that's a traumatic experience. It is a traumatic experience. And sad to say, that no come out of it. Why? Because Jamaica is a country that does not protect its weakest members of the society, which is women and children. Jamaica don't really protect them. Them have instances when them act, and them have instances where certain things, in order to protect a certain someone or a certain group, then sweep it under the rug. Unfortunate to say, but it is the reality. A spade is a spade, and we are calling it a spade. Unfortunate reality, but it is what it is. So, as we sit here, so And I look from the outside. I look upon this youngness. Right? I know enough people that say, I could have also make she go do that now. In a disbelief, like, because enough people, them are gonna say, boy, not all couldn't so serious make should I do something like that so drastic. Not all couldn't so serious. But like you better believe it. You hear the phrase before said judge will never give a person more than them can bear. Some people think that come from the Bible, but it don't really come from the Bible. So God wouldn't give you more than you can bear, right? Really and truly, life throw things at you, whether or not you can bear it, Some people them can hold up them stress, so to speak, better than others. You have some people, they might live them life so perfectly for so long. The one hardship them face, like it derail them completely. They're not used to it. They don't know how to deal with it, and it does shatter them whole existence. That one hardship. This is why you feel when I grow your youth them, you have to condition your youth them to face certain struggles. When them grow up, them have to face certain struggles, them have to combat it themselves. Them have to learn to fight it. Some of them themselves. Some of them you give them a helping hand, yes, but you can't help them wholehearted, like just help them right throughout. Else they will grow up and them will not know if they help themselves when you are not around. When you are not around, everything goes to shit. Shit hit the fan literally. Why? Because we pamper them. We pamper our children. Yes, we love our children, we love them. They are our children, right? So now with that, but we pamper them to the point where them can't do without you. And really and truly, since the day that child is born, you are supposed to prepare that child for your eventual departure. What do I mean? You are supposed to prepare them for your departure from this earth, because that is how life is supposed to work. You're supposed to live, you get old, you die, and then your children basically will take up after you. So you're supposed to prepare your kids for your eventual departure, because them tell you from what kill Philip say, one thing sure in a life, and that is death. One day, we're going to depart from this plane of existence, and we're going to go somewhere else. I don't know where we're going to go. Some say a heaven, some say a hell, some say a purgatory. I don't know. We don't know the answer to that. But we're going to cease to exist in this plane. And we must prepare our children, if we decide to have any, for that eventuality. Must be prepared. I lose my parents them like before me fully set myself up yet, before me dep on my own. Like, I have experienced death in my family a whole lot. And my family is not large, right? Death in like various capacity. Like I said, if I describe how my father passed away, enough people that cry. But that is just my life. I know people who have them mother and them father, and them have them grandfather and them grandmother, and it's like the youth grandfather passed away, who him close to. Grandfather passed away, him not talk him father and grandfather, and him so emotional even at the funeral, and him supposed to give like a speech at the funeral, and him couldn't do it, and me I feel like me have to shake up this youth and tell him say, yo, you have to do this because you can't bring him back, you know. Him gone and it is what it is. You have to go strong up now. You still have your mother and your father. And your grandmother too. Still have them. You have a whole heap. And him a like, when me when I know me so youth, I don't have parents. I don't have parents. You're lucky enough to have parents. I don't. And I don't have grandparents either. Yeah. So everybody who you have right now, I don't have any of the above. And I still stand up and I still alive. I have to find a way to carry on. Yeah. And I saw him come to him senses and him end up do the speech and thing I'm supposed to do. But sometimes you see the persons them who really and truly who go through them the hardship there, them are the one them who better able to explain it to somebody who probably just go through it. Person who go through it already. Because experience teach wisdom, you know. Experience teach wisdom. And that is why a person who have real world experience can survive in any environment you place them in. Now, real world experience. What we mean by real world experience? Meaning their experiences is through interactions with other persons in different environments, and they grow accustomed to it and they adapt and they thrive. That's what I mean by real world experience. When I mean them born in another one them house and them barely leave them yard, we're not talk about that. Because them the person them the people born in them house and them barely left them house. The little time when them get to go outside, them shell shocked. All kind of something can happen to them. Because them what? Them don't have real world experience. Them don't know how to navigate this world with other human beings. People don't coop up a picnic them in a house. They need to go outside, go play with other picnic and walk the streets. Them need to. Can't go in them yard. Can't go in them yard. And now more than ever, back in the day, you did have to go out because in the house boring. Like you can't wait for daylight to go outside to go play with the other youth, them like of your age group or maybe older, maybe a little younger. But you couldn't wait to go outside back in the day. Now there's so much things to keep you occupied inside the yard. You don't really need to go outside again. So enough people them grew up I talk to people through like the similar medium I used to talk to Uno, through the internet, through social media. So them grew up and talk to people for the most part, other than when them go to school, and that if some of them go to school too. But other than when them go to school, and basically almost everybody, if not everybody in the class, I see me them talk to everybody else too. Social media, behind a screen. Little to no face to face interaction unless with who them a grow with in them house. So you find that a lot of people are deprived, you know. And you have situation like a young miss here, you know, and enough of the youth them will suffer silently. suffer in a silence throughout them ordeal. You see, COVID contribute to this too. With no fall them youth. Yeah. Me hear somebody say one time, so no fall them artists with the bus too in a COVID time. Enough of them drop off, fall off because them never get to go through certain vetting process when them they start out. They never get to do that. So them skip that and then them get one break on social media, tell them say them a big artist and them a bad artist, and that get to them head. And then when them need to do a lot more now in a the world post COVID and now when things free up back, it's like them last. So in other words, COVID ill prepare them for what this music business is all about. And that is why I say them can't be consistent as artists, or well, quote unquote artists. But they can't be consistent. Again, sad to say, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, we're not really talk about music tonight. Even though this is about where the music help and hurt people mental health. We discussed some things earlier. How it help, how it hurt, and this is that's what we can do. What we can do is basically enough for the artists them who I think mediocre would have to give less of a listening ear to them. And the artists them who actually have something about them, something of substance, who have to give more of a listening ear to them. That's a number one. And based off of the trajectory of how things are going right now, it's going to take a good while for that phase to change. But I think it's going to change because nothing will really last forever. You know? It's going to take some doing, but it is very possible for that change. Because I'm fortunate to grow up in two phenomenal eras of music. And that is the 90s and early 2000s. Fortunate enough, like my thank God. So, me know music. I know music even before that era too. No music for before them the era too. But I grew up in a time where it's a musical explosion. You have all kind of stuff and like almost everything will get released in them the era there. I like gold. Almost everything a gold in a all genre, right across way. You find something where you can listen to and where you can vibe to, and it's predominantly good music. Predominantly. Very thankful. But like all music of black origin, when it reach later down in the early 2000s, and then I got 2010s, the music shift to a whole heap of more violent topics of conversation and drug use like start get like it popularized. People are sing about it or the drugs that they take. And you know what make me not follow enough of them there artists that we sing about drugs, because when you check it out, enough of them are artists are really and truly them are pretend. So them not take the drugs them when them are sing about. But them are sing about it like them are do, and them basically I tell you if you take it. This is how evil some of them are. Them not take the drugs. But them are sing about it and them it in a them music video. And it's like them might encourage you to take it. It's good, man. It's good, but them not take it. Yeah? With all of them wealth and the access to them have to it. None for them not take it. Dangerous world we live in now. People, do not let any of these artists, these entertainers, become role models for you or any of your children, because they do not care. What they care about is the dollar value at the end of this. If they are getting paid, then they're all for it. And trust me, all of them are money. They are spineless, most of them. Some of them still have backbone. Some of them might as well them be upon them belly or crawl. They are spineless. Yeah? It's just like what they I say, yo, all of the man them run go do collab with DJ Khaled. Run go do collab with DJ Khaled. And with all that the DJ Khaled is a man where the hip hop community shun this a man here. And I've right for reason now, because we in a time now, where everybody kinda is a get up, stand up time, right? And especially in America, when it come on to certain things, it's a get up, stand up time, right? And with everything that go on in Palestine and Israel region of this world, with everything that go on over there, so and his silence on the matter, it really and truly make it put him in another situation, right? And yeah, I know I go hear it, because I see people in the comment section for that video that when they do, I say, boy, I don't know what I talk about, because what I mean I don't know what I talk about. They must, well documented. I better than this a lie, I tell. More than to say, I don't know what I talk about. Like, they must have well documented shit. This man is a Palestinian, and the man him over there a massacring people them, and him not have nothing to say on it. And the reason why him not have nothing to say on it is because him no want nothing to come between like the wealth where him have. Huh? Huh? Church of God. So in other words, him want to stay in the wealth where him have gluttonous and all. And if you go say nothing to offend the Israeli and co, because Israel and America are like one a left hand and one a right hand on the body of white supremacy. For those who don't know. And him no want to upset the apple cart there. So him say, boy, I'ma keep himself quiet. Boy, me hear you, brother, but you see, we being we, and you know this a black community where the same white supremacy that trample all over we not going to take kindly to that, brother. We're not going to take kindly to that. So that's why I'm in that situation there now. I'm surprised the man them go do collab with him, but I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. Put it that way. And me not surprised the song not do nothing at all because nobody no really a check for DJ Khaled like that. Unless I fully entertain them. But people in the hip hop not check for DJ Khaled like that. And a long time them not check for DJ Khaled. But this is why you must not let these entertainers be your role models. They will disappoint you and they will lead you astray. Like many a youth, some see them lead astray and turn them to alcoholic, ganja smoking, TikToker watching, Instagram watching, waste boy and girl. That's how them turn them, you know. Waste boy and girl, and them them seeing depression, and I use them above level I just call as an escape from them depression for a moment, because when them done come off of them high, them gone right back into them depression. Dangerous cycle. Dangerous cycle. Why? It's only a pity. But for musician them a fail with. I guess them not make like Bob Marley again. Them not make them like Bob Marley again and them way there. And the man them now get up and stand up for no right. Just put it away there. So them are gonna do the music where I go hurt with as long as it pay them, because it pay them. Powers that be I go pay them. And them are gonna do less or none of the music where would I help with. Because we're a musical people, we're a spiritual people, and our ancestors really and truly used to use said music for weaponize themselves against slave master. Used to use music for do that, various capacities, right? And they used to use the music for escape to from the brutality of said slave masters when and brutalize them and subject them to certain horrors, right? Traumatize them. All in an effort to get money, because that was all what enslavement was all about. Slavery was all about that, making Europe and Europeans filthy rich. And we become poor and pauperized in return. And it is no surprise that nations like ours is like all of them are suffer from the same affliction. Everybody have the same disease. Everybody. How is that? Why? Well, it's because it's by design. It was made that way, and generations upon generations have fallen into the trap, and our leaders are incapable of bailing us out of that trap because they play a role in it also. So them are the puppet master too, but them have one puppet master behind them, and we the people are the puppet, and we suffer them away, in a silence, mentally drained, mentally battered, and with no end in sight. And the only escape where you see some people escape is through this. Them unalive themselves, unfortunately. And the young Missy did it. 26 years old. I remember when I did I do at 26 years old. To unalive myself, never there in my mind, none time at all. And I go through it. But me didn't know for hold up my stress, so to speak. She couldn't. And based off of how she speak, it never looked like she did have somebody in her corner. And it's sad, people. You need to find somebody who you can trust, to talk to. If not, you have the hotline here where my book up on, where apparently set up in a Jamaica, this You Matter chat line. You can go back to the starting of this video and you will hear the number. Me post it in the chat same way. Give me a few, see if I can post it in the chat. So it name You Matter. You Matter. Can check them. Alright, so see it there. Put it back in the chat. Put it back in the chat. So, book up on that. If you a struggle like that young miss here and you need somebody to talk to about it, if you have the thoughts what a young miss here have, I would suggest you find somebody like myself who you can trust and talk to them. Tell them how you feel. The hotline, I look like them have trained persons who look like them more likely psychologists who would know what to do or how to help you. Because sometimes when it reaches them a stage where a friend might not be the best person to talk to. Right? Friend might not be. But trust me, people, the young miss here is not alone. She is not like a special case in terms of something out of the norm. Enough people in our society suffer silently and them don't have nobody to turn to, and they must seek escape through alcoholism, drug use, drug abuse, and it is not good. I'm just share my thoughts on it. So my opinion as somebody who has struggled in them life in a various capacity, stumble a couple of times, but find a way, manage to find a way to get back on my foot, own some things, move in a some way and in a some crowd, and try as I can take care of my family. But I consider myself fortunate to be a strong person where really and truly never make whatever may I go through, like break my spirit very strong. Hard to shake me, spirit very strong. And that I partly have to do with my relatives them, like my father. Cause my father, the other day, I have one of my cousin them, and him did overseas, and him come down like fair shower to start out some business. And the amount of conversation I have with that person, and they can't count too much time like that person, like him like me remind him of my father. Now, my father, me never get to spend a whole heap of time with him, but like my presence, like how I do things, so I operate like remind him of my father. All right. And every time him says so, like, I look at me, I like, imagine, I don't really get to spend the time with my father like that. And remind someone, and someone that spend time with my father, someone that my father would have be like a father figure to this man, right? Because him never grew up with theme father, and my father would have basically operate like theme father, which is I'm uncle, but I'm father figure in I'm life, right? So him would know, but yeah, people that are just part of my life when me divulge, so people can get an understanding as to why I talk about this and why me strongly I suggest that if you go through anything with a young mister you go through, the music is not going to help you. Not nowadays music. You forgot all of these music and listen all of these music. Can't listen nowadays music. Yeah, they might be in a Babsy, they might be proud, but we're not really know, because them past the plane of existence and gone now and explain their existence. So we don't know. So they might be, because we're a spiritual people, and the ancestors them, and them more likely they with the ancestors them, and we don't know, maybe the ancestors them really look down upon us, and I look and I watch with various moves, and would I make them proud or would feel them, and them I watch everything like on TV. Who knows, eh? But the channel here, given time and thing, I go be like this. A channel where you can forward and you can learn something. You can leave with something, and you can basically get fulfillment out of this. Some form of insight, some form of substance. Because we're not there for the for talk's sake. We're there for educate in some instance. Educate and educate ourselves too. Because we not operate like say we know everything, because I don't know a lot of things, but I don't know everything. And there's always room for you to learn. And must always be open to learning in this world. Always be open to learning. And one last thing I'm gonna leave on with people before my cut. One last thing. You see, true wisdom, if you want to be a learned person, if you want to be a person who is successful or put yourself in a right direction, the advice where you need to make you go over that hill there where you feel like say you can't go over, depend on social media. The artists them don't have the answer to it. Really and truly, it's in the book. Which book? Not that Bible. Not about books, various books, philosophy. If you haven't, but I very much encourage you to read as a black person the philosophies and opinions of Marcus Garvey. But I encourage you to read that book. But I encourage you to read any book where out there where Haile Selassie author. Probably hard to get that, but philosophies and opinion of Marcus Garvey should be easy to get. I encourage anybody to read that book. Alright? Anybody of black origin, that is. Because we black people, we not like reading, not even newspaper. But we have so much things right now in terms of technology where we can have a book be read to us. So we must not use that excuse, yeah? We don't like read, have the book read to us with an AI voice. Such is life. Technology did it. So you can read that book. You can read the book called The Prince. I think is a guy, Machiavelli, that if me not butcher him name, some Italian guy from the Renaissance period. Can read that book. Some people can shout about how much laws of power. Yeah, that is a good anthem. You can read that too, but read them before you even read that. Read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Read that book. Few books come to my mind, but yeah. But let's start with them there. But anything along the lines of those, trust me, you can read them and dedicate some time to reading. Because like I said, the answers where you seek, it's not in today's music. It's not in our entertainers. It's in books, philosophies, and opinions of people who lived before us and basically passed the knowledge down to us in the form of literature. It's a book we have to read. And seek information yourself. Don't seek it from me. Yes, may I give you this information, but don't seek it from me. Seek it yourself. Seek knowledge yourself. All right, that may I leave you with today. But anyway, that's up to everybody who did there. Bless up Babsy, English Pasha. Big up everybody who are going to listen this on the playback and thing. Anybody who there, you can leave a like, you can comment if you wish. You can leave a comment in another video here when it posts and thing. And tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about this mental health situation in Jamaica with the young people them. Tell me what you think. Tell me your opinion on it. And make a reason about it. But for now, I'm going to leave. For now. And I'm going to stay tuned. As I say, for my breakdown or my reasoning behind who I think are the artists for the year. Because really and truly, it kind of clear who is, but I could go through the metrics and really see who really are the artists for the year. Because we can't depend upon the man who are cheerlead for them artists have to tell us for them artists are the artists for the year, because trust me, them are going to do everything for prop up them artists, and them are going to do everything to make the apps, quote unquote apps, look like them not try. But anyway, bless up again, as me say, manners and respect. And yeah, we out.